Director General of Police Dr. R Bishnoi today informed that the attack on the Chief Minister's meeting with ACHIK leaders at Chief Minister's office Tura on Monday was pre-planned and it was aimed at harming Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. He also informed that police have seized a substantial number of incriminating materials from the place of occurrence, indicating that the whole incident was pre-planned and there was a conspiracy to attack the Chief Minister and cause physical damage to him. So far, we have seized weapons such as bamboo sticks and other materials, including a vehicle full of kerosene, the Director General of Police said. The person or group involved in creating violence at Chief Minister's office Tura have been identified and they will soon be behind the bar, adding that at least 12 people have been identified. He informed that extra force have been deployed to arrest the culprit and also monitor the law and order situation in the area. Bishnoi further added that the situation is under control and the CRPF and Meghalaya police are taking stock of the situation and conducting patrolling at the road at various places to nab the culprit. He further added that a total of 18 persons were injured. Among them, 10 are from Meghalaya police personnel, 7 were from CRPF and 1 homeguard. Police are on the hunt and conducting consistent raid and IGP law and order sent to Tura. He said a total of 21 vehicles were damaged, of which 4 were burned down while 17 were damaged due to pelting of stones. Meanwhile, in a quick breakthrough, it has been found out that the attack on the Chief Minister's meeting with ACHIK leader and 19 people, including TMC leader Richard Marak, have been arrested. 2 BJP Mahila Morcha women who provoked the crowd are also on the run. Bishnoi said Marak was arrested as he played a role in provoking the crowd and he was also found distributing cash.
Total 18 number of persons, they were holding meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister at Mini Secretariat office in Tura. The meeting started at 3:15 p.m. and it continued till 5:45 p.m. It was a long marathon meeting where the discussions were basically concentrated on the demands by the various NGOs in general and 2 demands in specific. First, the winter capital at Tura, and secondly, the implementations of reservations / roster policy with retrospective effect. So most of the NGOs, they were discussing in a very, very peaceful ambience. So when the meeting was about to over, then suddenly the crowd started shouting slogans outside the mini secretariats. So Honorable Chief Minister sent certain NGO members outside the Mini Secretariat office to convince the crowd and not to create scene there. But the crowd became more violent and they instantly started pelting stones on police personnel, on vehicles, on the buildings. And the NGO members, they went inside and they briefed the Honorable Chief Minister. They also categorically told Honorable Chief Minister that the youth, many youth, they were not the part of their NGOs. They appeared first time at the hunger strike site and they were never a part of any discussions, and the NGOs, they never recognized such youths. So they came first time on the sites and immediately they created scene there. So after that, the police tried to convince them. They became more violent and after that police resorted to mild lathi charge. And when the crowd did not budge, then ultimately the police fired the few tear smoke shells. And after a great, the actions, ultimately the crowd dispersed after 2 hours. For 2 hours, the crowd, initially they dispersed, formed small groups in the nearby hillocks and they started pelting stones intermittently. Because of that, it continued for almost 2 hours. So in the whole actions, we have during the post-incident investigation stage, the Tura police, they found that it was the pre-planned conspiracy to attack Honorable Chief Minister and to damage him physically. Why they are saying like this? Because they gathered clinching evidence that money was distributed on 23rd July to some of the youths to create the scene violence there on the sites. Secondly, on the 23rd July, the many bottles of liquors were distributed to the youth, and the many youth, they came with the plastic jerrycans full of the kerosenes along with matchboxes and the lighters, and the many stones were lying there, and the tent were pitched, so that is why the bamboos were also available. And on the sports, they started giving inciting speeches where the Honorable Chief Minister was abused and threatened. And they provoked the crowd to cause physical damage to Honorable Chief Ministers, and even they insisted that we can go for the extreme step like murder, etc. So these kinds of the actions of the violent youth indicated that it was a pre-planned conspiracy to cause physical damage to Honorable Chief Ministers. The police maintained restraints for a couple of hours, and even knowing that they are causing huge damage to our vehicles, police did not decide to go for firing to avoid the casualty of the other peaceful youth who were there and taking part in the agitations. You know the totals, the 21 number of the vehicles got damaged. The 4 vehicles set on the fires. Out of 4, 2 were completely burnt. One was Gypsy and the second was the Bolero police vehicles. And the 17 vehicles got damaged by pelting stones. Either the glass panes were broken or the body parts of the vehicles were damaged. Out of the 17 vehicles damaged, 5 unfortunately belonged to the Honorable Chief Minister Karkat. The vehicles were parked inside the mini secretariat. The MLA, the William Nagar MLA vehicle was also broken, was also damaged. The Deputy Secretary of Honorable Chief Minister vehicle was also targeted and partially damaged. 2 civil department vehicles were damaged. 4 Meghalaya police vehicles were damaged. 1 ambulance, the ambulance which was carrying the injured police personnel to Civil Hospital Tura was also targeted, and the side window glass panes were broken. And other than that, 3 private vehicles were partially damaged.